Obviously, you're not a golfer.
You want a tow? I can get you a tow. Believe me. There are ways, dude. You don't want to know about it, believe me.
Yeah, but Walter...
Hell, I can get you a tow by 3 o'clock this afternoon with nail polish.
That rug really tied the room together, did it not?
Tied it together like a bow on a heart-shaped box, baby. Happy Valentine's week. That's right, I'm getting behind it. It's the new Eastwood. I'm getting behind all the holidays. Why not? Celebrate what
Cowboys
you can.
love Valentine's Day.
Cowboys are some of the most romantic. We've talked about it. Yeah. They're always writing poems for whores. They're always...
It's a great way to start out the show.
WDBX.
4 seconds in.
WDBX. Yeah, talking about whoas. Cowboys, they love them some whores. They're out there on the range.
Yeah.
And it's hard out there on the range. It's hard out there on the range.
I bet it is.
You ever heard of a dirt Virginie?
A dirt Virginie.
It's something cowboys do when they get real lonely.
I'm guessing it has something to do with a hole in the dirt.
Yes, it does. Spreading their seeds across the land. Yeah. I stole that from the great Andy Daly, who plays a great cowboy. Yes, we are. My name is Joseph Eastwood Fresh. I am America's foremost cowboy. You might know me from my musical things, my band, or probably from this if you're watching it. Yeah. This is Mr. James Cowboy.
Just from being cowboying.
Just from cowboying out there. Writing poems to whores. Writing romantic. You know, you got the old, you think about the cowboy, the original cowboy. It's a really stupid idea. That he was like playing guitar out next to his campfire, singing songs with a band. Right. The cowboys playing songs, and it's just so stupid.
Just drawing in the coyotes and wolves and
yeah. Everybody knows. I won't get into that. I had a reference to get to there. What do we do this week? It is Valentine's week, and cowboys love Valentine's Day. Treat your baby good. And what do we do this week, though? Of course we did.
My Bloody Valentine.
My Bloody Valentine, the original, 1981. The ins and outs. Stuff was on TV. People were watching it. There was movies in theaters. Songs on the radio were playing. Some people loved them. Some people hated them. All right, My Bloody Valentine, 1980. I'm sorry, I don't have time to do the ins and outs anymore.
So, Neil Affleck.
Yes. Did you look this up? I wanted to look this up. Is he related?
That was my original question, and then my Kyle, which is Lacey.
Yes,
because she's actually there.
There was a chance Kyle. He was going to be here today, but that clearly is not. So we got this guy here helping Yoda.
That was my original question. Is I wonder if there's a relation with the Affleck name. It turns out he is in insurance. And
stepped on your joke.
No, so he is an animator, a director, and directed some of The Simpsons.
Really?
Yeah. And Family Guy. He's done stuff for both. Directing.
Wow.
In that. But
now, who was he? The director of the movie? Was he the actor?
He was an actor. He was.
I just remember seeing the name. And
he was the
both
other
me
guy.
And my wife were like, "Hey, I wonder."
Not the bad boy, but the other guy that the chick was with, Axel.
Axel.
That is Ben Affleck.
Okay, and he does kind of have an Affleck.
Neil Affleck,
face.
not Ben Affleck.
That's wild. So the spoilers. Tune out the next 15 seconds. Skip it. Axel turns out to be the killer of the movie. So the killer of My Bloody Valentine went on to direct Simpsons and Family Guy.
Yeah,
that's impressive.
Yeah,
they don't just let any schlub come in there,
right,
and work on those shows.
Yeah, the more I read about it, I was like, holy crap, this guy's got a little more something more than what he showed in this movie.
Yeah, we're done talking about the spoilers now. I wonder if he's ever put any of his like My Bloody Valentine's references into any of his things.
He has to.
Somebody would have had to ask him, right? Like, right. Dude, like you're Axel, right?
I mean, come on.
Like you got to put some reference in here.
I bet if you watch some of the Simpsons things he did, I bet somewhere just hidden. Just like a little Easter egg. I bet there's like a box of candies with blood coming out of it or something. Just in the background.
Somebody using a dryer.
Yeah.
Perhaps a weird curtain that covers up a back room that we never see what's back there in the laundromat. Apparently it's coffee.
Right.
Because we see the lady come out of there with some coffee. But I was like, This town's so small and chill that they have a little nook back here at the laundromat. You can go make yourself a coffee. That is not some American stuff. By the way,
Speaking of coffee,
you can. Hey, may I?
today we are drinking Bones coffee.
That's right.
Delicious Bones coffee. We're not, but we're saying we are because it's a lot more cool than saying you're drinking some K-Cups from Aldi.
Oh, yeah. I'm drinking. I've still got some of that. I got 8 o'clock mixed in with my own espresso, mixed in with some of that Island Java.
Island.
Hey, you know what?
Yeah, man.
So you were with me a couple weekends ago, and I happened upon an Indonesian kabuki devil puppet. Right?
I do recall.
And I couldn't. Once I saw it, I was like, that thing's got to come home with me.
Yeah.
And it did come home with me, and it's super sweet. But I did a little digging, and the play, more than likely from which he is from, guess where it comes from? The Indonesian island of Java.
No kidding.
No kidding. The same place I've been drinking my coffee from.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and I was like, holy shit, that's cool. And it's just like the story is like 1,000 years old or whatever, 2,000. It's pretty simple. Like, Prince has to defeat King Satan.
Prince?
A prince, yeah.
We were both getting ready to do it. We both stopped.
That's our go. Wait a minute. Purple Prince. He has to defeat King Devil to save his princess, essentially. It just sounds like Mario.
King Devil.
King Koopa, King Devil. So yeah, I was like, that's a cool connection.
Yeah.
I also am. I don't have any money, but I'm so inclined to go back to that shop and get the rest of the puppets.
There was a lot of cool stuff in there. Feel free to use my Vault Tech ladder if you would like.
Oh, is it? It's non. You know what I'm trying to say, right? There's no Zippo fluid in there. There's no lighter fluid in there, right? Butane. Oh, it is lighter fluid. Or is it butane? Oh, that's lighter fluid.
It doesn't mix well with what you're doing. But
no, it doesn't. I asked because I didn't buy. I have my grandfather's
old Zippo, and you got the insert. Yeah,
I got the insert. Yeah, I don't love it though. It's made for a child. Like, it's that big, the little thing you have to flip. So my big fat thumbs are just like, I feel like I need to put an extender on it to use it properly. Otherwise than that, I love it. I should have brought. I got myself a beautiful little flask I was going to bring out here.
Yeah.
My Bloody Valentine. If you have wonders about this movie, I hope you watched it. It's on Shudder or AMC. Obviously made in Canada.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Which is why we're doing this kind of to promote goodwill between Canada and us, since they have turned on us. Clearly,
our 51st state.
They have turned on us. They have gone to the dark side. They hate Americans for no good reason whatsoever now.
No.
And we're just trying to promote that old school goodwill.
Yep. Borders without borders.
Yeah.
That's what I always say.
Yeah.
My Bloody Valentine.
Did you know there are 9 minutes cut out of this?
Oh, really?
Because it was too violent and too gory.
Really?
Now, fast forward to next week in the movie that we did.
Yeah.
The difference,
not very gory at all.
The difference between 1981's too gory
and 2020 or 2020's
is laughable.
It's laughable.
It's laughable.
Yeah. I did notice, you know what I think it is? Every time you see like a puddle of blood or the heart or other, like just blood on the ground or something, it's the grossest looking blood ever. There's like worms and like spaghetti. I don't know if you noticed it. It's chunky.
Yeah.
It's not just like, here's some red blood. It's like, here's some blood with a bunch of flesh in it.
Right.
Which grossed me out.
Which also was in the next one.
It's also true.
Wasn't like about chunks.
People were getting their hands cut or fingers cut off or anything. Or impaled guts. So anyway, My Bloody Valentine, one of Tarantino's, I think, favorite slashers.
Really?
Uh-huh. And it could be because the kills are somewhat original.
Yeah.
So it starts off, let's get into it. There's a lady miner, which we find out later. There's a rule about that. No women allowed in the mines. But somehow she's down there.
Yeah. And you know a chick is classy when she's got that heart tattoo right on the boob.
She has a heart tattoo right on the boob, and whoever gave it to her never heard about shading, apparently.
It was 81, man.
It looks like it's literally just a
it was
dark
the
line.
early years of tattooing. 81, it's pretty much when it started.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, 81. Nobody knew how to tattoo.
Nobody really
back
was
then.
really doing that before then.
Sailor Jerry, he came around in the 90s.
Yeah.
With, what's his name, that made all those cars and clothes? Ed Hardy.
Gerald Ford? No.
Ford. My favorite Ford.
The best of the automakers.
All right. Whoa, lady miner, tattoo, worst tattoo on her boob right there. Boom, stabbed through the heart somehow. She's making out with a miner, and he's like, no. She tries to take his mask off. I was raised around mines, so were you.
Yeah.
My father was a miner, been to the mines countless
Still love
times.
miners.
Yeah, still love them. In fact, I try to get with the miners as often
The guy
as I
you
can.
work with loves miners.
Yeah, he does. He talks about miners all the time. I'm like,
He talks about them weird, though.
yeah,
Like,
he talks about them real weird. He's like, they're so innocent and
Miners are
sweet.
not
They
innocent.
haven't been corrupted. I'm like, dude, they're down there in the mines, in
Right,
the
yeah.
dirt. And you ever heard a miner talk?
Yeah.
Filthy.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh no, it hasn't even. Their minds haven't been corrupted yet. But
How's that project going, by the way? Not to get sidetracked already. But.
you know, he keeps insisting I'm writing some weird stuff for him. Like out of nowhere, I'd be like, I think these two should get it on. I'm like, they're brother and sister, and
Right.
they're like 13. One of them's 13, and one of them's 22.
Kind of
It's like,
flowers in the attic. Are you guys doing like flowers in the attic or something like that?
Did I? Don't blow up my spot here. God damn it! Sorry, Dan. Hey, we're not doing anything like flowers in
We can edit that out.
the attic. It's better if she's broken. I'm gonna lose my cushy job writing teen porn for this street.
The actors will be over 18.
Yeah. We'll have a intimacy consultant on set. What do you think? I'm William Friedkin or something? I told them I didn't care. I started listening to the book, The Friedkin Connection, which is William Friedkin's book about himself, and he reads the book.
He reads the book.
And it might be the most entertaining podcast I've ever
So he
heard in
reads a
my-
book that he wrote about
that
himself.
he wrote about himself.
Dude, that is such a great idea.
He
knows when to put inflection into things.
Exactly. It is so entertaining and so like I can't stop listening to it. And his stories are just great. I started listening to it because the Action Boys were all obsessed with it. And I found it on Spotify, and lo and behold, he read the narration for it. I got so excited because it will be like, Blue Horn flew in. He was going to show off. He was surrounded by bimbos, these beautiful blondes. He said, look at Friedkin. He's my little genius. And then the stunt failed. He said, you failed me, Friedkin. You're going to be done in this business. I call up Jimmy the Torch. Jimmy the Torch's motto is, I see mountains and I turn them into parking lots. I said, Jimmy, these goddamn pussies from Hollywood can't blow up shit. I need a real man here. It's like that for 20 hours.
That's awesome.
It's so entertaining.
I'm going to have to check that out.
And you learn...
You won't see me for like 3 months.
And you learn cool shit about his movies that you wouldn't know otherwise. My favorite... Before I quit freaking... My favorite thing about him is they suggest things... Like, he's notoriously difficult, but he now, like, looks back... and sees his mistakes.
Right.
Like he came from New York. He almost sounds like Trump when he talks, but you can tell he's got a little bit of a heart, but he's also just a raging a-hole. But he will say things like that movie Sorcerer, which is just an awesome movie. He will say stuff like, the whole movie's about a trip. Executives gave me notes that said, could we possibly see the odometer so we could keep along on the journey and know how close they are to the end and maybe a map? I said, no, I don't shoot inserts. Inserts is stupid. Don't give me your stupid notes. In hindsight, it was a brilliant idea and I should have done it. It's filled with that. Like every time he messes up.
It's a great idea.
It'll be like, I should have done it though. I don't know why I didn't listen to them. I was just stupid and young.
That's terrific.
It's so good. All right, we're doing My Bloody Valentine. And despite what you're hearing here, I really enjoyed the movie. It's an indie fest. We got a lady miner. She gets killed. Now, I was talking about the miners. Been around miners. As far as I know, they don't wear masks.
Yeah, not like that.
No, they wear helmets. They wear, but they might wear breathing to help them. But they don't wear big gas masks.
They did say they kind of.
Yes, they did give you a reason. It says they were measuring
the methane gas.
They were measuring methane.
Why? When it's never really explained why when that woman got killed, and like was it before? Was it now? Was it?
And was it our killer? Was it previous guy? Right. It had to be our killer, I think, because
our new killer.
That's where her heart. That's where the first heart comes from, I believe.
Right.
I think. Yeah, they don't. Nobody says anything about her. I guess she's just thrown down to the mines.
Yeah, they never even find her.
They take her down to that part of the mine. They don't ever go in anymore. Which comes up a couple times.
Yes,
it's really funny. We get some miners showering. Now I know. I was never played the sports ball. By the way, which today is a big sporting ball day. I hear. I might see what old Post Malone's up to. But besides that,
I do have to say about some of these scenes with the guys
in the showers.
In the shower, it's not far off. It's really it's frighteningly where I work at
it's just
the old tire factory.
Yeah.
The showers are open. Now they're a little more modern than these showers.
Sure.
But the shower
they weren't just a pipe that was bent closed, so it would give a little spray.
There are things coming out of the wall that actually look like shower heads, but there are like 10 of them down an aisle, and then 10 more down an aisle, and then 10 more, and then 10 more.
Okay.
So there's 2 rooms with 20 showers in each. There is no wall, there is no curtain, there is no anything. There is no.
There. Now, do you pull your clothes up in a weird system to the top?
That's new to me. That must be a mining thing more than just a
Canadian mining
filthy thing.
I wish I could ask my dad. We should call him up.
The carrying on, the horseplay,
the whipping and the hitting and the
that's all
splashing
there. That's all there.
It's so weird to me.
And it's every day. It's not just what I used to do. I used to.
Do most people use the showers there?
Used to more than now. This newer generation, they kind of shy away. I don't know what it is. I quit taking showers there because I don't get as filthy as I used to.
Sure.
But what I used to do whenever I was younger and a bigger jackass was I would try to get down there to be one of the first people in the shower because it's a normal door size to get into the shower room where the showers are. And I would take each shower, the first shower on both sides, and point it straight out and then turn the water on as cold as possible. So everybody that walked through had to walk through the coldest water they've ever
Oh my God.
And I would get in the far back with the hot water rolling and just laugh as everyone came.
Funny.
Because I'm a jerk. And that's just kind of what jerks do.
Man, that's hilarious.
And it
would have never
be,
occurred to me to do that.
like the first 1 or 2 times. Like everybody's like, ha, 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 ha. But after like 2 years consecutive, people were pretty fed up with the old cold water trick. But it didn't stop me. You gotta have follow through on your jokes. You know, you can't just
make it hot one day. Just to shock them. We get a great scene after the miners are doing all their homosexual horseplay in the shower. They then are like, last person to get to the bar buys drinks. And then they have this great...
Which would be, what the hell is that bar right down the road from...
it's the God Pile. Is that what you're thinking of?
No, down the road from where I work.
Oh, okay. The Spot.
The Spot. So yeah, that used to be a thing too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like
so we would all
last guy to get there.
Not like everybody, but
sure.
We would all pile in right after the shower
shift.
and just go, and because they would always have free food for us when we worked midnights. So we would walk in at 7:00 in the morning, and they would have Italian beef and a crock pot sitting there, and then
awesome.
we would all sit there and eat and drink until like I don't know noon 1, and then go home just plowed and get up and do it again.
Well, so yeah, they take off. Great scene. This horrible song kicks in. I'm sorry. One of the greatest songs ever kicks in.
It's a little rough.
It's rough, and it's all sped up, so it doesn't look so slow. And there's all driving. One guy has to. You know what I like about this movie is they throw in little crap like the one guy has to jump start his car.
this is Volkswagen.
Or he has to push start it.
Which was a neat car. It was a
cool
Volkswagen
car.
Bug made into a pickup truck.
Yes, it was like an El Camino bug.
Yeah,
It was a bug Camino.
pretty sweet.
It really was. It looked pretty cool.
Yeah.
The other guy had a sweet car. The main guy.
Yeah.
What's he have? Like a Camaro of
Yeah,
some
it was
sort.
a Camaro or I couldn't tell if it was a Camaro or Firebird or what, but it was pretty sweet.
It was pretty nice. Anyway, they all take off. They get to. They don't go to the bar though. Oh my God! Is that for real? We're halfway through. All right. I'm gonna. Hey, WDBX Carbon
I
Death.
felt like we were going along at a pretty good pace.
I
I've
thought
got to
we-
just shut up and let you talk about the movie because I
st-
keep getting this sidetracked.
We started. All right. Mustache. There's a guy named Hollis who has a mustache. He's a big guy. He freaking rules.
Yeah.
I wish this guy would have been in more things.
He's the Ron Jeremy character. He looks similar, very similar to Ron Jeremy. I assume he is very similar
He's
to Ron
like
Jeremy.
the alpha of the group. It's pretty cool. He's got like the main lady. Anyway, mustache rules. I wrote. This one guy's coming on to a lady and she says, "Suck it in and zip it up."
Yeah.
Which I really liked. But like I was saying, I like the fact that they take time to do little crap all throughout this movie. It's not just they're going through the motions. Somebody actually took the time to be like, it would be more interesting if this happened in this scene as well as whatever else is happening.
I did feel like it was almost written for high school kids.
Yeah.
Instead of,
Yeah.
and then they're at the last minute, they're like, we can't kill a bunch of kids.
We can't, okay.
So we're going to make them coal miners, but we're just going to leave most of what they say the same.
You might be very right. We see the mayor. We see a guy prank the mayor and Mrs. Osborne. He comes out all bloody, and it's a hotty, hardy, hard. And we know something's up because the mayor's like, don't mention that we haven't done this in 20 years.
Yeah, the Valentine's dance.
Now we find out that the new guy, there's a whole like love triangle between this guy who left for California and came back.
With an aching in his heart.
With an aching in his heart. He came back. And now Axel's going out with his lady, and he wants her back, and it's real obvious. And he comes in. He's obviously disappointed. He's the son of the...
She is his rocket queen.
Yes. And he is the son of the owner of the mine, at which we find out that's his dad, and he says, "No, Dad, I got to get out of here. I got beer to drink and a good nose pick to get to," which I thought was one of the worst written lines. Was that like Canadian thought that was tough?
Well,
I got to go pick my nose.
is it tougher than Stay Gold, Pony Boy?
It's a horrible line. You could have said anything there. The mayor gets a Valentine box full of
What we think is chocolate.
chocolate. He gets so excited. He's like, "Oh, somebody gave me some Valentines!" Oh. The sheriff. We meet the sheriff, who's probably the best actor in the movie, and he says, "No, don't even look at me. I had nothing to do with this." We're like, "Why did?"
Right.
I don't think anybody thought you did. It's a weird turn.
Yeah.
Anyway, he opens the.
Kind of some subliminal stuff coming out. there.
Yeah. He opens
A little
the box.
repressed, maybe. Nothing wrong with that. But.
He opens the box to find a really gross-looking heart.
It's a heart in a heart.
It's a heart and a heart-shaped box.
Heart to heart.
Heart to heart.
We're still going to do heart to heart.
There's this great scene where they pull away from the place, and just some random dog chases.
Yeah. That's not caught that.
It's like, this is great. That's like that's gold. If you're getting filming and the dog comes out of nowhere, starts chasing, you're like, that's the one. That looks real. Yeah, dog chased 14th. The town is a curse. This is when we get the bartender who tells this town is a curse. We get yet another knife fight. How many? We should keep track of how many of those
Let me ask
come
you
up
something.
in movies.
This is a town.
please.
Did you catch the? I caught the elevation, which I can't
I
remember.
did not catch.
I did not catch the population, but it
Okay.
can't be over 400.
No, the mine is owned by a man.
Right. Do
That
you
gives you any
think,
indication?
other than just trying to progress the story along and inform the watcher, that we even need this bartender? Because he's telling these stories about what happened 20 years ago, like everyone in this town doesn't know
about it. In fact, we find out something at the end of the movie that I was like, that guy was in the bar. He would have been like, hey, a-hole, my dad was one of those people that died. Maybe shut the F up about it.
Right.
Right? He wouldn't have just been like, oh, me and my girl, not paying attention to what
Everyone
this guy's
in
saying.
this town should have been affected directly by this.
Yeah.
In some way, shape, or form. That is the mode of making money in this entire town, other than a gas station, laundromats, and being a cop.
Yeah.
Mining.
The worst part.
Everyone knows. We don't need your stories about what happened every scene in the bar.
It is the one thing that makes the twist not really work, because you're like, well, that doesn't. He would have done this, and that, and the other. How did he get back and forth from places so quickly when we see him? Like, they always do the work of him being gone from the scene.
Mm-hmm.
But then if you really think about it, you're like, but he had to travel like long distances, put his outfit on, and then come right back into the scene.
Right.
Clark Kent style.
Right.
Oh, hey, guys, what happened while I was gone?
Well, nobody needed anything, did they?
Flashback. We get a flashback to the cave-in. We get this dramatic story. 6 weeks. There's a cave-in the night of the Valentine's dance, and those men, they got caved in while the town danced. And they didn't die then, though.
Right.
They died weeks later. And
5 days. The 5 days, there was only one guy left. I think it's
6
what they
weeks.
said.
5 weeks. Sorry, 5 weeks.
So, okay. So I wrote down 5 days, and I was like, why in the hell does this guy turn a cannibal in 5 days?
5 days. Yeah. No, it's 5 weeks.
5 weeks.
They found one guy, Harry Warden.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know, oh wait, song about Harriet. I don't know what that means.
Oh,
the guy sang a song. There was a lovely barmaid named Harriet.
Yeah.
That's a weird thing, but
Canadians.
also fun.
Yeah.
Fun. I'm glad they
You
put
would have thought
in.
it would have been about, like, I don't know, syrup or something.
Syrup, yeah. Some of that snow syrup.
There
they make.
was a young barmaid named Sally.
So anyway, Harry Warden, he came back the next year and said, never have a dance again, or I will kill anybody involved.
I'll kill that poor woman.
With that horrible tattoo on her. So that's the origin.
So yeah,
of,
there was the mine caved in, and everyone kept dancing.
Everyone kept dancing. But like, my point is, what are they didn't know it caved in. It wasn't their fault.
Right.
But it was the fault of the 3 guys who left early. They couldn't wait to get to the party.
Right.
So they left early and did something wrong that caused the cave-in. I'm pretty sure is what they say. We get real obvious that the main guy is not happy. Robbie Robertson's ugly cousin is not happy about this new boyfriend. And then we get... do we miss the lady getting burned up? Oh, no. We meet the coroner. And you're like, oh, the acting's been real bad so far. And then you meet the coroner.
Bad in a Canadian way, though, not in American.
And then you meet the coroner, and you're like, oh, he's definitely somebody's cousin.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, for sure.
God, it was awful.
Yeah.
It's like he was reading off a cue card.
Yeah. It's almost like they were feeding him lines 3 words at a time. Maybe like me. And
Maybe. No, I don't even think so. I think they were like written on the wall behind the other guy. And then our lovely Miss Osborne, who had to go home and clean. She had to go clean up everything because the young man's prank got fake blood on everything. And he just laughs about it. I was like, I'd be really
there were
pissed if I was
heart-shaped
her.
Pillows.
Is that what they were?
Yeah.
I don't even know.
So she had to rewash them. I'm like, seriously? Just
They got some fake blood on them. It's okay.
yeah, it's a heart.
It's red.
It's kind of what it does. It pumps blood.
Oh, you got a point there.
Yeah.
She's doing laundry. She finds a poem. And boy, this guy must be a cowboy. He's writing poems left and right.
Left and right.
And center. For my British friends. Roses are red. I had a real problem with this poem. I literally wouldn't stop talking.
I thought it was the best one.
For 5 minutes. Roses are red, violets are blue. One is dead, and so are you.
Yes.
Which one is dead, my dear friend? Your poem makes no sense. Is one of these flowers been pulled by the root and is now dying?
I think you have to make it obscure reference to one. That way people in the future can
something.
can go along with this too. It's not so personalized.
It's bad. And the whole time he was killing the lady, I just was like talking for her, being like, I don't understand your poem. Which one is dead? I know you intend to kill
from
me.
the past or now.
I know you intend to kill me. That much is clear. But which one is dead, dear boy? You
I
can't
must know.
You can't just make a subject like this in a poem and not explain which is which. One of which is dead. Which one is it?
Now, is it a witch?
Is it a witch? Are this implying witchcraft?
Are we in Salem?
You are no Billy Shakes, young boy. Perhaps don't quit your day job. You're no cowboy.
Just stick to murdering.
Yeah. As he's like putting her, this is better. You're better at this.
See, I'm not confused on what's happening now.
I know. I have clear intent.
You're killing me.
I know which subject is being killed, and it is I. Stick to this, dear boy. I'm not sure why she's turned into this weird British guy. Might be a teacher in a school. Of course, you found your voice, young man. Put all this silly rhyming aside. It has nothing to do with the kill. You put her in a dryer with pillows, my boy. What a good idea.
Why can't one of us hit an enormous lottery so we have the funding to make these movies and remake these movies?
Should we watch? I almost said, should we watch the remake of this like directly after it? And I kind of like this one so much that I don't want to watch it because I'm afraid I'll be upset with
the new one,
whatever choices they've made.
What if it's exactly this?
It might be. I feel like I've seen it, but I don't remember it, which tells me it probably wasn't that. It probably was exactly.
I want to know how close they stuck to,
I think there were more kids,
and
like
if they
you were
cleared
saying.
up.
I don't think so.
Who?
I hope it's like a sequel to this one. That'd be
Yeah.
great. Hollis's kids there.
They got,
got a big
they got
stash.
this guy. Supposedly, it was the younger brother of the guy under the bed, and the.
Oh, and he retells the.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
So most of the movie is this
it's
one.
just this one, but with him telling it, he's in a psych ward.
That would be an original idea.
I don't know. Axel told me what happened. Merry freaking Valentine's Day.
We should do it. We gotta do it.
We can just make a YouTube one where we don't make any money off of it. You can do that. Make fan film.
It would be. We would be giving up millions of dollars if we did that.
I don't know.
Hundreds of millions, probably tens at least. Anyway.
Hey, Doc, I'm sorry about it. Okay.
Okay, eh?
Hey, Sheila, I'm real sorry. Sorry, eh? Sorry, Canadians, we love you.
Why in the hell are these people hanging out? Just hanging out in a junkyard.
So now, yes, that's what I was getting ready to go to. Cut to, they're cooking food on a motor on a car in a junkyard.
Now, I can say for a fact.
We did miss the part where they go see their girls, and it's all like happy reunion.
Yeah.
Except for the one guy who's girls now with Axel, and they're awkward too. But it's like weird. So go ahead. So and now they're in a junkyard for some reason, and they're cooking on an engine.
I have seen guys multiple times where I work cook food on the motor of the forklift that they're driving.
Okay.
So they kind of make a makeshift thing to hold a tin can steady.
Okay.
And then they will put the thing back down where the seat is that covers the motor.
Okay.
And then they will drive around and work while their food is. I don't know why. We have break rooms. We have microwaves. We have But this was like when I first hired in. 20 some odd years ago, plus years ago. Which we still had microwaves, but
like
it's I don't know if this like they were old coal miners and they used to do this, so they're just thought it was
seems
clever
and it seems like something would be like I can serve energy doing it this
Right.
way, even though it's not really something they would normally think about.
yeah, it's just nasty. But anyway, I have seen people do this
Okay.
at work.
I've never seen it. I want to know what they're cooking. Because later we see Hollis and he's got a whole freaking tray of
Yeah,
food.
he's got like mashed potatoes and gravy and like making turkey
we
or
know,
something.
we know that they're cooking turkey and meat because he's like, "Is that turkey?" And he's like, "Yep, turkey for the turkey." Yeah. This movie's full of those kind of jokes. They're cooking on cars. Then we have Axel's playing a harmonica, and boy, he's doing a lot of handwork with this thing. Then we see that she likes a certain type of man because TJ pulls out a harmonica. He starts playing, dueling harmonica. Then we Harry Warden is gone. I said maybe he just shaved.
Are these guys 16 or 26? Like, I mean,
they have no house to go to apparently.
And they're just like, woo, woo. It's like Animal House in a murder scene or a murder movie.
It really is.
It's like I get that they're young minors and they're wild, but come on,
no.
like they're a little.
I guess
High schooly.
The mine shut down for this party, so maybe they're just doing this because the party.
And does this mine only have one shift?
Apparently so.
They just work day shift, and then it shuts down for the other 16 hours a day.
I think the whole town is employed there, and like that's all they have to work at.
And there's no security whatsoever at this coal mine.
No, who needs it in Canada? They don't have guns.
Yeah, they're not stupid like Americans.
What, are they going to rob coal?
It just shows you how wild and stupid Americans are because we have to have security.
It's true. We don't need security.
There's somebody that's going to steal all the copper out of there. I remember that's going to steal the coal. That's going to steal all the equipment.
All the coal. Could you imagine?
The Canadians are like, hey, it'll be there tomorrow, right?
Nobody's going to steal our coal, eh? If they do, they'll be sorry. That coal's for your lights and stuff, eh?
You stole the coal. Enjoy freezing, the rest of you. Guy turned Russian all of a sudden.
It's cold up here, Steve. We have a large... All right. I'm not going to go down that road. What do I have here? Oh, yes. I love this chick. She's talking her friend into going, and she says, "You got to see my dress. Cut down a hair, slid up to there. I might not make it out alive." And she laughs.
Foreshadowing.
Yes, it's such. But she laughs, like cackles it.
Yeah.
Then we see Sheriff. He finds upside down hearts in the laundry.
Yeah. Are those like?
I think they're like.
Are those like pentagrams? Is an upside down heart similar to an upside down
like
pentagram?
An upside down cross.
Makes it more satanic.
It's like a peace sign, dude. It's just a cross turned over. With
Peace
Jesus'
sign, mag
arm
wheels, and 4 on the floor.
Except for out the middle piece. Y'all forget that. I don't know if you ever heard that. People are like, a peace sign is just a... Never mind. Yeah. I'm not going to go through it.
Figure it out.
Yeah, figure it out, y'all. Do your own math.
Do your own research.
That's right.
Works out so well for everyone else.
It turns out great. He finds upside down hearts. They lead him to Steamhead falls out. His reaction is so weird. They must have just had one take. Yeah. We see a fight in the mines between the two guys over the lady. They say break it up. They come out. The guy takes off. Let's see, Sheriff. What's he say? Oh, he killed the new poem. I killed once. I killed twice. Cancel the dance, or I'll do it thrice. Now that's what I got behind. Yeah. I was like,
it's a regular Edgar Allan Poe on this one.
I was like, thrice, rarely used word that I wish would come back a little bit.
So right before this, the cop, the sheriff, he's like, "Oh, Warden's back. Don't tell anyone.
Yes!
Don't call anyone.
Don't call anyone.
This is.
She died of a heart attack.
Right.
Nothing else.
So they call the psych ward in another town.
Yep, to see if he's still
there.
there.
And they've never heard of this guy. Now,
no.
It's another stretch in this writing that these are all small towns in rural Canada. Yeah, I'm assuming just urban legend alone, everyone knows about this guy within 800-mile radius of this town.
Yes, they would know of him.
And
they would know where he
the
was.
woman at the psych ward,
is like Michael Myers.
I don't know who you're talking about. We have no record of ever having him here. There's no anything. Like, I don't even know. What are you sure you called the right place? Surely she would know that this guy was there at some point. There would be records.
Yeah,
especially like I could see like if it was computers, somebody deleted the file accidentally, whatever, which is almost impossible. But anyway, these are written records that just vanished. It's a big plot hole, I think.
Oh, absolutely.
It's enormous.
It's too small. And like I said, he would be their Michael Myers. Like they would know
Yeah.
Everything about him.
Yeah.
TJ pretty much kidnaps his girlfriend, ex-girlfriend, takes her to the water.
She goes pretty willingly. She's like, I don't want to go.
She's laughing,
And then
like,
gets ready.
don't do this. And he's like, I'm not listening. And throws her in there. And then he says, this is where I wrote down, so Don, so sorry.
Yeah.
He's like begging her basically, like, I left, I'm sorry, and whatever. It's the romantic part of the movie. We got to get through it. A woman's walking home.
Yeah, Sarah. Sarah's walking home.
Oh, she runs into the sheriff. Is that right? Bartender.
Why did the bartender get killed here? Because at this very moment, the dance was supposed to be canceled.
Yeah, that's right. I guess because he's maybe just treading on like the legend a little bit. Bartender goes to the mine, puts up a fake. Like if he believes in him, why is he putting a fake one up? Right. He puts a fake Valentine killer
Which still
guy.
could have killed somebody.
Still could have killed somebody. He's got
the pickaxe that comes up.
and he checks it like 2 times. He can't help himself. He's got to check it one more time.
It is pretty great. I would have had to do it like 50. And I would have been calling like, Joe, come here.
Yeah, you gotta see this.
Look at this. I know you got to drive 50 miles, but come here. Freaking worth it.
And of course, on the third try, sleep, boom, bang,
The real guy,
goes through him.
Harry.
Yeah. You'll be. Yeah. Bartender gets
Harry Chapin's there, kills him.
He takes him out. No Carpenter. Drunk bringing into 9. I don't know what that means. Oh yeah, he makes a dummy. Yep. The real guy. He gets him. And then I wrote the chef. I started calling the chief chef at this point. Got another heart, and this one's just from Maybell. Old Maybell sent him a heart. And it's like a touching part. Once again, they didn't need to put that in the movie, but it was kind of telling. Let's see here. I wrote the party. The party is great. Leather jacket gets put in the hot dog. They decide. So since dance is canceled, they decide. Let's just have a party at the mine.
Valentine party.
We have everything we need.
Which is in the no list. It's no dance and no party.
I didn't see that.
Yeah. Yeah. So they're still in violation of Harry's.
And we find out later, no women. Unwritten rule, apparently.
Yeah.
So they have this party out there. It's great. They're just going to town in this rec room, basically. They got hot dogs cooking. Leather jacket guy.
Hot dogs in a
The
freaking
biggest vat of flavor.
Oh my god. Just boiling away. Just
Oh man.
like 40 hot dogs into boiling water and then a 30 quart pan.
I say what, Don?
That was a great scene though. That was a great little after the guy gets boiled, his face boiled, they throw him in the cooler.
They put him in the cooler.
Yeah, the guy goes to get beer.
Get beer, grabs it, doesn't see him. Like just moves the beer. We see him. He doesn't see him. He's all nasty in there.
I thought it was odd that the girls didn't see him.
Yeah, kind of weird.
If I get hung up on that,
Yeah,
that's my hang up in the movie. But
what damn party?
and that's when you realize the rule is there's no women
That's right.
in the mine.
I was upset there was no poem for the hot dog death.
Right?
But so yeah,
he could have had some real wieners there.
Yeah, he puts Leather Jacket's face in the hot dog. I was like, what a gross way to die. Like this smell of hot dog water. Ugh. It's just the worst.
Bunch of wieners smacking you in the face as you die.
Axel and girl.
No!
Axel and the girl fight. And then TJ fight. Axel exits with a beer. It's great. He like grabs a beer.
Yeah, and does the kind of drinking that I hate. We've talked about before. Where
Slamming
he's just
Mustache breaks him up once again because he's the coolest dude. Single-handedly breaks him up.
Yep.
Gets like one on each arm. Oh, we didn't talk about the Coke straw jokester.
Yeah. He was a real hoot.
Every slasher needs a bad jokester that's not funny. This one's got a guy who keeps doing jokes with a straw and Coca-Cola and putting it up his nose and then saying stuff like, I had a real Coke problem. My first time I did it, I almost drowned. Shit like that. It's bad. Axel goes off crying.
Because of the joke.
Pretty much. Yep. He's like, I can't believe maybe I'll do Simpsons one of these days.
Can't believe this is my buddy.
Then a couple makes out in the showers, and the whole she's just fascinated by dirty clothes up on a rope. They find up whatever. They pull it down. What happens? They find Sylvia's head in the shower.
Yeah, she's like stuck the shower head through the back of her head, so
like,
she's like a fountain.
It's
just water shooting out of her
He can't
mouth.
say anything. Of course,
That was awesome.
yeah, that was pretty good.
That was a great kill.
And you don't really see it. It's just kind of
No.
implied from the side. It was pretty well done. And then at this point, the rest of the people decide, the women especially, decide it would be a real hoot to go down into the mines.
Right.
Most women I know, they're like, oh, do you have like a dark, wet, dirty, filthy place we can go?
Here's the thing. They're all talking about going down there, right?
Yeah.
And the one guy's like,
Hollis is like, he's a little bit.
we're not
against it.
supposed to.
I don't know.
And and the one girl goes, "What are you, chicken?" And I'm like, this doesn't even make sense. This is where the guy works. He goes down there every freaking day.
every day.
Why would he be chicken to go down to where he works?
Yeah.
Like that joke, that
upset me
jab didn't make any sense.
Yeah,
But,
that upset me too because
anyway,
I wanted
sorry.
him to be like, chicken. I work there. I just
Right.
it's gross.
It just
down
seems
there.
stupid to get filthy whenever we're clean and having a party.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. Do you really want to go down there? Like if we laid it out to him,
Right.
because once they get down there, they have fun for about 2 minutes,
Right.
And then they're just like, we gotta get out of here. It's
Right.
gross.
Yeah, and
What
you're
did you
just going to be
expect?
covered in mine dust. You're going to be covered. You're going to be. The one chick, Sarah, has on a white dress outfit, and it's just like that's ruined.
Oh, absolutely.
As soon as they sat in that
Absolutely.
cart, they should have been covered in blackness.
This is they should have been filthy head to. They should have. I almost said something bad. All right, this is when we find out TJ is a real jerk because he says you guys can't go down there, and we find out he's not concerned about their safety at all. It's just that there's a rule: no women allowed to mine. They're like, they don't really listen to you. They just take off. They go down in a cart. And the ladies love it. One couple love it so much, they're so turned on, they decide to go bang in a dark little dirty room. And she says to him, I can't believe you work here.
Yeah,
Like he works in the freaking Taj Mahal.
yeah, it's so cool.
TJ runs everybody out. And they go down. I have here, Howard gets another joke. Remember, he swings down from the thing. I'm rushing through here a little bit.
Yeah, you're right.
The killer starts smashing lights out, and it goes
He
nowhere.
hates these lights. It
hates
reminded me of the jerk. He hates these lights. It just instantly what made me think.
I didn't think of that. That's great. It never leads anywhere.
No.
Like there's still plenty of lights.
Yeah.
The chef heads.
It's the
to
brightest coal mine I've ever seen. Much like all the caves.
It is absolutely. They didn't. At least they brought some headlights.
Yeah.
At least Hollis did. Some kids come to town. They tell the chef what's happening. Chef's like, the chief. I mean, is like, shoot, I got to get there.
This guy is the worst driver.
The chief.
No, yes, that too. But the guy, whenever the guy pulls up from the mine to in front of the police station, he is swerving and fishtailing, all just like when it's not even necessary. Like he was done with a turn around and he was coming towards the police, and he's still fishtailing. I'm like,
Well-
dude, you're adding minutes to this drive.
Well, that's
By
because.
fishtailing. And then when the cop shows up at the mine, he's doing the same thing.
But
He's
what you're
fishtailing.
probably not thinking about is the fact that the automotive rules are different in Canada. That rear differential.
Yeah.
They don't have the regulations that we have here in America. And you got a lot more power transfer between there. You're getting a lot more power per wheel.
Canadians are powerful, as we'll see.
I mean,
As Trump will see.
What are you freaking stupid or something? What are you not? You not Marissa Tomei?
So they decide to go down.
Nothing could have made those tracks except. Sorry,
So Axel and TJ, what's
TJ.
they
He has several
decide
names.
they got to go downstairs. They got to go down in the
Yep.
mine and save these people.
Yep.
Did they have to stop in front of the elevator that goes down to the mine and have a conversation about what's going to go on down there? Could they not have had this
Had it on
conversation on the elevator as it slowly descends?
I thought that, and I thought two things. I thought it was either too loud to film in there,
Yeah.
or they could not figure out how to put a camera in there. So they were like, we have to just do it now.
At this point, I watched this on Pluto. I don't know what you watched it on.
Oh, I watched it on Shudder.
Yeah. I just got Pluto is an absolute pleasure to watch.
with the commercials
with
every
the
5
4
minutes.
minutes of commercials every 2 minutes of the movie.
It gets worse and worse as you watch it too, because they know you're like, well, they're hooked in by now. So here's 5 minutes of commercials. There's a part where everybody's panicked downstairs. People are getting picked off.
Man, that guy really hates light bulbs.
Axel and TJ go down. The chief shows up. And then they find out they get everybody finally. And the panels are people die. The people making out in the shower die. We already got to that step, but the guy didn't. The other couple though get screwed. Get it? Because they were. Hollis finds them, and then unfortunately Hollis dies, and he gets shot with a nail gun.
Yeah,
he seems to be dead, but then makes it all the way back to his companions, only to die then.
Yeah,
and that's
shot twice in the head.
Shot twice in the head with the nail gun. No movie knows how nail guns work.
Yeah.
Never have, never will.
Well, they do have that would have been a bolt shooter. More, I don't know the technical.
Okay.
So
a rivet shooter. Maybe?
So yeah, whenever they put up supports for that would have shot more than more than a nail. So when it's an actual shell for like a bullet would have, only it's got a bolt sticking through. But
you're right. That's not your normal
nail gun. Yeah,
air powered nail gun. All right. Panel's smashed up. They get everybody back together. The panel's smashed up. They start to climb this ladder. Now, Hollis's wife is just losing her mind ever since he died. And the other girl, main girl, lady, she could not be meaner to her. She just keeps telling her to shut the hell up. And
sometimes you got to do that.
Suck it up. She keeps smacking her and be like, just move already. Let's go. About halfway up these, who knows? They're on this ladder forever. A body falls down.
Yeah.
Who was it?
The jokester guy.
Okay. I missed that. And
it pauses briefly whenever the rope snaps to.
And his head pops off, right?
Yeah, but you just see his face there for a second.
Oh, okay. I didn't catch that. And then they're like, go back down. I'm like, why?
Yeah.
He's dead.
Well, I guess they're assuming the killer's
up there.
Because
I don't know. He's on a rope. And I was like, how did we find out? Spoilers. It's Axel is the killer. How did Axel set that up? Then they go through this weird water thing where they're like, we have to go through this
60 feet deep, man.
Sump pump. We have to go through the sump room or something. 60 feet water, deep water.
At this point, I just threw my hands up. I was like, all of my conspiracy theories are shot. Like, I give up. Because I had a conspiracy that it was the bartender.
Okay.
I had a conspiracy that it was Axel for a minute. But I wasn't sure why.
Axel's pretty clever. So when they go back to see Axel screams, and what we see is a broken board and then his light fading into the water. So you're like, oh well, Axel got it.
I thought for a minute early on that it was the sheriff, but Axel was really kind of my go-to. And then, and I don't know why, but I was like, it's got to be that guy. And then they're like, "Oh, he's dead," and I'm like, "Well,
it can't be him."
I got nothing.
Yeah,
who
is
there
it?
must be a guy named Harry.
Yeah.
At this point, that's 55 years old. That's walking around killing people.
Yep, the legends are true. It's a ghost man.
Yeah.
They have to go back down. The water thing. Axel gets it. I can't read my writing at this point. GMs are under the crown. I don't get it. It's Axel. The best soul ever party. I don't get it. That's all I have. Turns out it's Axel. There's another cave in. How's it end? I didn't.
Axel,
my notes just
Axel,
disappeared.
TJ, and Sarah are in that room, and Axel and TJ are fighting. And every time Axel swings this shovel or pickaxe or whatever,
That's right.
he's knocking down supports for that area.
Yeah.
Until it finally caves in
on
him.
Okay, I remember this now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it caves in. They're like, they get so all the people come down. And they're like, who is it? He's like, it's not Harry Warden at all.
It's Axel.
Axel. You get a flashback. Axel's dad was one of the guys that got killed initially. And I'm like, his dad got killed, so he turned into that? What stupid movie logic? But then everybody's like rushing down there to save him.
Right.
And they're like, he's alive. And they're so happy.
Yeah, she's like, I've got to talk to him.
And
it's like,
I'm like, no. It's like, why?
He's a
He
freaking
tried
murderer.
to kill you.
You're right.
She's like, I got to
Tried
see
to kill
him.
everybody.
I got to see him, TJ. I got to talk to him. I'm like, no, you have plenty of time for that.
Yeah, he's going to be in prison for.
They run down there. There's a small opening that caved in here. They get him. They see him, but he's like got a big space to be in.
Yeah.
And what's he yelling?
He turns into like a leprechaun or something. He's laughing
just
in
laughing.
his high pitched, and he's like, "Wah!" He's singing the sing song voice, and
Yeah, he's like,
"You'll never get me."
"Be my bloody Valentine, Sarah."
Yeah.
And he runs back into the darkness.
Yeah, he goes into like a Skeletor mode or something.
Credits.
So
And
nobody in this small town that had to be repeatedly told about this Harry Warden guy knew that Axel was the son of the.
Well, yeah, the mayor does because he says, oh, Axel's father was one of the original men killed.
Yeah.
But like Axel, and that's when I was like, bull crap. He would have brought it up. Somebody would have been like,
Yeah.
Axel,
Dude.
are you feeling like,
Right.
Are you maybe
You sure you want to work here?
Yeah.
Are you sure any of this is okay?
But if there were any flaws, what happens next is the perhaps greatest Canadian export ever made. This song starts playing.
Oh, God.
Let me tell you the story of Harry Warden, the killer of Valentine Bay.
Hey.
It is. Oh my God! I couldn't stop laughing. Like I had to stop it, and like
Is that Canadian, like, music?
it's Canadian music. So what they're known for.
Yeah.
It's their number one export.
The Irish
Should
ripped them
be.
off. Really, I think.
There once was a killer on Valentine's Day. We wrapped it up
Oh, my goodness.
just in time.
Holy cow.
WDBX, thanks for
Who knew?
listening.
Who knew we could do it?
Who knew? Man, what a banger.
Yeah.
Did it tie the room together for you? What do you think? What's your verdict
For me,
on My Bloody Valentine, 1981?
dude, I don't know, man. I have to say no, just on the face of I don't know.
Okay. I've watched it before, and like Michelle and I already kind of.
It was entertaining.
We already know like the notes that we laugh about.
Right.
So it was even more fun to watch it this time for us. It's starting to turn into a Friday the 13th for us.
Sure.
Where we just know everything.
If you throw
and I mean
caution to the wind,
Oh,
and
yes.
and you're just like I'm immersing myself and I'm believing
So
everything.
here's
that
I
happens.
think the only problem with it is it's too good for it's what it is. Meaning American slashers would never try to be this good of a movie. Like they're trying to make a serious movie. Like they can't help themselves but to try to make a movie that's interesting.
Sure.
Even though it's a slasher. It's
Right.
it's too interesting for its own good.
Right.
So when you see it, it's almost like, well, this isn't what slashers are supposed to be.
Right.
They made the mistake of actually having people we like get killed.
Yeah.
American slashers are always like, these people suck.
Right.
Or that's not true. That's why I like the original Friday, especially part 2. Like the people are sweet. There's like nothing wrong with them. They're not
Right.
breaking rules or I like, for me it ties
Not
the
that
room
breaking
together.
rules is any reason to die, but
No.
in most films, yeah.
If so, just take a look at Washington, D.C. It'd be a real cemetery. All right. I think it ties
Glass
the room
it
together.
over.
But I've seen it previously, at least twice, I think. So this would be my third viewing, and I thoroughly enjoyed it upon third viewing because I threw out any expectations
Sure.
of
Sure.
anything good. And I love my man Hollis and his big stash.
Yeah. That dude makes
He's so great.
yeah. Because everybody else in the movie, it's cast almost perfectly. Like
It
these are a
is.
bunch of freaking coal miners,
Absolutely.
and
And-
just their visual, how they look,
Yeah.
and
And it's no reason to like a movie, but I said earlier, none of these guys are ever going to be in another movie or gals.
right, yeah,
So just that alone, like, is fun.
Yeah.
Fun time capsule for Canada. All right, I think it tied the room together. We're a rare disagreement.
Yeah.
A little Siskel and Ebert happening here.
yeah.
We got to wrap her up, and we'll be back next week with the Indonesian Netflix.
The Nightman Cometh.
Classic. The Nightman Cometh. Oh! All right.